Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to another presentation of our Fall League here, the third game of Week 2 of It Leaked from Outer Space. I am Dark Moon EX, joined in the booth by Luffy DV, co-admins, co-commentators here for tonight's race. And Luffy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, Dark Moon. Happy to spend a Wednesday night with my friends here, friends out in the world watching. Let's have some fun tonight. Proc Gen nonsense. I love it. So, for the people watching, as you can probably see there on Kumo's screen, that's not the map you're used to looking at. And you can also see it right there underneath our names in the middle. We have Proc Gen Overworld tonight. So our wonderful devs have come up with a whole bunch of maps that randomize the entire world and make things different than they normally are. As you can see, we got one big old continent there, a bunch of islands, and who knows how we're going to be getting around. A lot of really cool stuff tonight in these flags, which would be a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited for it. Yeah, classic gamer prog gen hype for those of us that enjoy it. It can be fun. It can also be a little challenging.
I realized I was supposed to be coming in there and commentating with you, but I'm struggling with audio issues right here on the back end right now as everything fights me and people's streams are stuttering. So I really hope we actually get streams that work tonight. Lord only knows what's going on with my computer right now. Oh my god. So,
yeah.
Yes, this is going to be fun tonight. Fun, everyone.
Yeah, fun.
Fun. Proc Gen is just a whole barrel of its own kind of confusion. And then we've got flags that have so far proven to be kind of gross. I don't think we expected them to be gross, but they've proven to be gross.
It's not really so daunting when you look at it. Like, it seems kind of fine on the surface, like no big deal. You know, you get down, you see the overworld encounter rate's pretty low, the dungeon encounter rate's kind of high. Like, okay, fine, but the boss percentage is where people are starting to get tripped up a little bit here. There's 100 to 200% clamped bosses are really spooky if you're not careful.
Yeah, we saw two players forced to forfeit the first night. A couple players get stuck on those bosses for like half an hour the second night. It's been a lot. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Just been a lot.
So the Temple of Fiends is, we call it in the community the Great Equalizer.
Yeah.
It's been proving to be such a thing. Really, really nasty. Yeah, people will remember back if they were here on Sunday with us, that Tiamat 2 that, gave everybody fits. And we're off.
We have started. We're going to see how when the other players start up right now and hope that they aren't hideously delayed by something going on the back end with my computer. But for the time being, not a whole lot of anything at White Magic and Lightning 3 at Black Magic. At least we have something.
Yeah, it's a sweeper. It's fine. As you saw Shum walking into the clinic there, clinics also count as taverns. We will be able to recruit party members to fill out the rest of our party because we start with a single character and 3 nuns.
Yeah, it is. The design of this was to make true Dragon Warrior 2 randomizer mode. So take the overworld of Dragon Warrior Randomizer 1, which is different every time you play, and combine it with the having to find your characters one at a time from Dragon Warrior 2 to make what kind of is a hellish experience, all things considered.
Yep. Shumbabi finding a Titan East right away, pretty much south of Canaria. As you can see, there are docks now randomly throughout the world. I hope our runners are keeping track of where those appear. It's always fun to see where the ship ends up when you find it eventually, because it could be any dock, because everything's the inner sea right now with the size of this continent.
And yes, Shum is at least a minute ahead of everyone else, and I don't know what's going on with other people's streams. It's concerning me just a little. I'm actually going to try and restart Phoenix first and see if it's just my computer or what's going on.
Can confirm looking at their streams separately. They are up and running. So just some tech issues here, people. You can enjoy and watch my teammate run around like a chicken with his head cut off. As we got Life Reboot off and going now. Perfect. We'll catch these streams up and match them up soon. This is, live TV. It happens. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it, and you will never even know it was a thing.
We'll pause Shum and get his timer on the same as everyone else as soon as what's going on. But yeah, okay. There's Phoenix. Phoenix is going. we're going to stop life reboot now and try... We're going to kick that one off. So just keep talking, Luffy. You're fine.
All right. So while Darkman takes care of that, I will just kind of serenade yourself with my voice right now. Shout out to Ale Markin and Budgemana doing the tracking for us, trying to keep things straight here with this crazy nonsense we have going on. As Ale pointed out in chat, there is no overworld saving here. So you can only save at inns inside towns.
Yes.
Can be a difficult thing with muscle memory with some of us that like to, hard slam reset buttons as quickly as we can when we're trying to either encounter manipulate or to just kind of figure out where we are in the encounter table. You can't do that here. You got to be careful.
Okay, we got 3 of them running. And it looks like we're mostly synced back up for them now. We have Melman found for Phoenix. We have Elflin found for Life Reboot. Unfortunately, don't know the magic from here, but maybe the trackers have that written somewhere for us that we'll look in a bit. I'm going to try and get Kumo back now.
I can see it.
Cool.
We have level 3 had Invis, single target, and Fade for White Mage only, it looks like. Ice 3, Fast, and Lock. So pretty decent utility, pretty decent sweepers so far. Lit 3, Ice 3 is fine. They're 2 roundabouts very evenly used sweepers. We would like to see a nuke, but I mean, at least we're not looking at Fire 2s only or something. As you see Shumbabi taking a wipe there. Wipes take you back in true Dragon Warrior fashion to the hometown castle, and that looks like it was a very strategic reset back there to get that White Mage locked up with that harm 4. So 2 sweepers for Shum, White Mage, Black Mage. Not surprised at his party composition. We've been doing several chattings in our group chat for our team, and we're pretty confident that White Mages are pretty useful in these flag sets. So we'll see if we can find ourselves a Gaia now that we found Melman to translate that slab.
Yeah, I just do
Only
not
some
know.
of the secrets I know.
I'm not certain, and I'm sorry, everyone, why things are dragging the way they are, but like I'm getting delay from everyone as soon as I load Kumo in, and it's still causing stutters. So I'm gonna try and refresh Phoenix again. I'm gonna try and refresh. Like Life Reboot's at least going right now, so we're gonna try and refresh Phoenix again. We may not be able to have Kumo on stream for some reason. I'll just put tech difficulty up at that point. It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but these things happen.
Yeah, because I had Phoenix down by like a whole minute there.
Yeah. Can confirm that streams are up and running though for our runners. So if they hear this broadcast back and they're like, "Oh, what happened? Your streams are up and running. You're good." We're just we're working on
constant delays. It's weird. My VLC is just crashing over and over. Well, not crashing, but stuttering. And yet Shum, perfectly fine. Shum has no problem.
Hilarious the way my friend Shum always forgets to change his stream to make it so it doesn't break your computer. Is the only one working right now. Go figure.
He's actually the right size, and I think part of the problem was the fact that one of our runners did have a slightly larger than they were supposed to layout, and it's causing an issue. So we're just gonna have to leave a tech difficulty up with them. Unfortunately, I feel very bad for them, but we can't have it up if it's causing everyone else to crash. So
we have a Provoca found. We might be getting a DM from our good friend Chanigan as well, maybe trying to help you out here with some tech issues.
Excellent, that'd be great.
So,
yeah,
Shum pulling the Pirates.
Going on.
All right, so let's see. Pirates doing their pirate things. Tickle, tickle, punch, punch. Lit 2 helmet looks like was found, so that'll be some fine thing for the thief to do besides run. Mows down these pirates, and let's see what we get here. Something useful or something confusing?
I say
canoe.
use fusing. No, it's canoe. Canoe's actually really useful. That opens most of this continent, and as you can see from the middle section, the continent is huge.
Yeah, very, very large, and this canoe is really going to open things up for our runners here. I've already seen several instances of them being river blocked from being able to go into certain areas, so this is going to be quite useful and helpful, and we're going to see things start picking up really quickly. Life 2, level 2, X for Invis 2, decent utility again for the white magic. Black magic says, Quad X, Lock 2, Ice 2, Slow 2
Quad X.
is fine.
Quad X I take it for certain bosses, or not certain bosses, certain
Yeah.
enemies. If you run across a single one and you don't want to just run from everyone, you could cast a Quad X with one person while the others run. It's about the only utility we have for it for most of what we're doing here, unless you like, maybe if you decide to grind and you find an eye or something, you know?
Right.
Yeah. There's moments. There's moments as well.
There is.
Shoom
So
going to
Shoom
Marsh.
Bobby finding, yes. Let's do a little chatty chat here if we can. Also about some party compositions. Looks like Phoenix has Thief, Red Mage, Black Mage, White Mage. I think Life Reboot, Red Mage, White Mage so far. Shoom with the Thief in the red and the white. I think I saw Phoenix. Did he equip a Masa as well? Did they pick one up somewhere? Did I miss that?
I will admit I didn't see, but I'm sure Ale in chat will be able to inform us if they did. But it is interesting. Life Reboot purposely threw away that Thief and got the Red Mage instead. Now, I don't know about you. I like to have a Thief in my party for these flags and basically all the Fall League flags because they're all kind of based on our quote-unquote standards that we do now, and Thieves are really good in our standards.
Yes.
I don't know, like, even if I found all the mages and everyone else, that I would throw away a Thief in these flags. I want to run.
Thieves?
Well, you go ahead.
No, I was going to agree with you. Like, Thieves, like, their utility has really been buffed over
Yes.
the past year or so in the randomizer with their agility buffing and some of the other aspects they do. They're very useful. They used to be a joke, and now they're pretty much staples in a lot of parties.
Well, and the running is the important bit. When you're on an overworld like this, especially where you don't know where anything is, and you're not sure what the dot on the map might be indicating, or if you're going to want to go to what's in the dot on the map, and you may be doing a lot of back and forthing, like, you need that ability to run from the things you're finding, because you don't want to get stuck in an unforgiving fight.
Exactly. And bless the people that came up with this flag set. I'm not sure whose baby this is or not, but this flag set, at least if this was Budge, these are really fun. Well done, Budge. And I applaud you for taking mercy upon us by lowering that overworld encounter rate, because if that was like 0.6 or something, I would have lost my mind.
As I pointed out, and they laughed, I called them a madman for originally having the mini-map turned off for these, and that would have just been hellish. Especially on one like this, where you see there's that little mini-continent off to the side, and it looks like there's a dot on that continent. You would potentially never find that island if you weren't looking for it. So, and there are times like that where you can just have out in the middle of nowhere a dot. Yeah.
There is something on that island. Looking at the mini map I have pulled up over here, so I can keep an eye on these things as well. There is something there. It's a town or something. I'm not sure what, but it is there.
It is there. It is off in the field of green, so more than likely it's a town. But oh well, there's that problem with running. Life Reboot gets attacked by glare and fire too. Manages to keep their white mage alive. Finds a town, can revive, can get stuff up. Oh yeah, they've been here. They know where Elfland is. A good place for that.
Yeah, he's fine.
But if they died, they'd be sent right back to Canaria Castle with half their money.
Yep. Crystal from the Crown turn in here from the kindly old king who was Astos all along. We have seen Matoya, at least I think Life Reboot has. Not sure if Shoom or anyone else has yet. Phoenix over here in Marsh Cave, gonna pick up their crown. Life Reboot doing a little resing of this party, stocking up on what he can.
So, what we're at right now, knowing that we have the canoe, it's hard to say exactly what the players are hoping for, where they're expecting to go, what they're hoping to do right now. But, I mean, let's suffice it to say that what would not go unappreciated if the spot is here on the overworld is the airship.
Oh, yeah. That's something that this map is at least fairly kind right here. There's not much space on there that is desert, and the airship has to spawn in a desert. So it will be out there somewhere, along with the Mirage Tower will also have to be in a desert cell on the overworld map. So not much to worry about in finding it.
Yeah, no. And before you're worried that maybe you have to like go searching every tile of desert for it, you don't. There is a very specific mountain range you will see that will let you know. In fact, I think it might be on the lower chunk of continent here, this like almost not Italy boot, but kind of the double India that you can see here at the bottom of the continent. That's the best way I have to describe it. I see a little divot on that desert right there, and it looks like that might actually be the airship spot. If I had the floater in my hand, that's the first place I'd head to.
Yeah, if I'm a betting man, I would think you're probably right there.
Yeah.
That center kind of looks like a almost like a Lego piece, square with a little dot on the top of it. If you kind of see it on the restream, that I think looks like it would be the airship dock. You can kind of tell with these overworlds too, even though they're randomized, you can kind of get a general idea about what's where. If you pull up the map and kind of really look at it, there are certain cell shapes that you can kind of discern. Like, okay, I know that town is probably this town is probably that. Like top left corner is probably Lefane with that little Tetris upside down looking piece. The long across the middle there on the left side middle is Elfland, is usually a long rectangle. You can kind of generally tell what's where, but it doesn't mean it's a guarantee.
Not a guarantee. Now, we know where Canoe is, because we found the Canoe. Canoe was over at Big. It looks as though Life Reboot has yet to find Provoca, because they've spent a lot of time exploring this middle section, and still don't have the Canoe.
Yeah, and Shumbabi picking up the ship from Princess Sarah. Now we get to play the game. Where is this at? What dock? Where are we going? Hey,
Where
look,
is the
there's Mirage
Canaria
Tower.
dock? Yeah, what does it think the Canaria dock might be?
Right.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, that was at least useful. On my race last night, I walked an entire loop around the continent before I found it to the top left, and that's what happens when you go bottom right and waste a minute and a half. It's sad.
Phoenix found Astos while his stream was restarting there. Looks like turned in the crowd, and that does look like a Mazda, because that was good damage off that low-level thief. And we're going to see what Astos has. Astos presents the Crystal. We do know where Matoya is. Life Reboot's wanted past her more than once. She's in a mountain range right next to another cave.
Shumbabi finding Earth Cave. No, we do. The herb for the crystal to the herb to the rod. So we do have that. As Shum going to check some spike tiles here, looking for a possible grind. Yeah, nightmares and zombies, pass.
Yeah, pass. Doing a grind.
So hard to not just like hard slam reset right there either and like try to run. That's so hard.
Well, and that was something I was going to point out is doing a grind at a dungeon that might be further away than you'd like it to be feels risky. Because like you do the grind and then you want to go save, but if like you die or you leave, you can't save it, so then you have to carry those levels around. And sure, you die, you get sent over to the king, but then you've been sent over to the king and you have to walk your way all the way back over. Like, I don't know how much I really like grinding in this flag set, you know?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword here. It depends on what our runners are going to take as their main melee. Looks like Phoenix is locked in, counting on this thief. Shum, I know, is probably still looking for a black belt. Or a fighter. I know he's looking for someone else besides this thief carry. Life Reboot up in the air. We'll see. This red mage could technically maybe be a carry for us. They have plus lock and plus 20% hit, so they will be swinging quite constantly. But I don't really ever trust red mages as a melee carry personally.
I wouldn't personally. My thought, I mean, if he was going to do it, is that right? My thought is that Life Reboot is not going to do it as a melee carry. They just didn't want the thief. And there's that Mazda you were talking about.
Yeah,
I think
that was free.
Because if he was going to do a melee carry, I could absolutely have seen him just go 3 or 4 red mages and just live with it. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, if I saw that red mage at a tavern this early in the game, I might have gone thief triple red just to get it out of the way.
I mean, it's not a bad call. Looking at our magic right now, I mean, we got some pretty good stuff out there for the red mages. You know, they get fast and lock. Fade is white lock, but that's okay. Life 2 was red mage learnable. I mean, they're versatile. You got to give them that.
I mean, for most of what we're going to be doing early game, we've got Lightning 3, which will kill everything that we come across. And then we have the Mazda. So if you find a particularly nasty enemy that you actually want to fight, you let the thief swing the Mazda. I feel like this early in the game with that Mazda just right there, thief triple red is the easiest. And then if you let 1 or 2 of them die, you're getting experience dumped more on the couple that survive. Like, it seems like a win-win to me.
Yeah, agreed. pointing out, Ale said, or something kicked Shoom out of Earth. I think something in here had Glare or Glance. One of these nasty undead packs, I think.
Well, there's also, I know Glare was also on the Ogres, I want to say. So if they found a Groger Ogre pack, or something, I can't remember if that one of those is in Earth, but I think it is. That could have done the trick.
Yep, they both are.
Yeah, so that could have.
They both are.
You could have been Ogre Glare. Ogre throwing shade.
Saying this is my swamp over here in Earth Cave.
Honey, this is my Earth Cave.
Yeah, there they are right there. And slow, too. Oh, man. Gross.
Again, why I think letting go of that thief, which Life Reboot did, they're on my team. I'm not being mean. But, getting rid of that thief when you have something with nasty spells this early in the game, no. I want that thief to run away as fast as possible.
Yeah, Thieves, they're very useful in these kind of flag set.
Yeah.
There's a lot of utility there, yeah. That's a good way to put it. We do have an incentivized item here in Earth Cave, post-Rod Rod block there, so we'll see if there's anything in the top 5, affectionately named the Earth Armory here.
Oh, and FYI, we have already had a DNF come through. Saracen had power issues, lost his stream, and unfortunately was not able to finish the race. So, that is unfortunate for the Bubble Soda Company. They will get 2 points because DNFs are worth 2 points in this version of Fall League. We've adjusted that since the last Fall League where DNFs were 0. You showed up for the race, you tried, you get a couple freebies. That's just fair.
Yeah, technical issues are something that you can't always avoid. They're unfortunate; they do happen. So the sympathy points here, I think, are well warranted.
Well warranted, and I mean, we had the first game of this week, we had a Tiamat with nuclear nuke, and while you didn't get them all in a row,
Tornado, I think, in there too.
Yeah, Tornado,
they were
and
there.
I think it was Damage Poison was in the middle of all of that, and you're just sitting there going,
"Yeah,
I'm just dying." There's 2 people forfeited, 2 people got 2 points, because what else are you supposed to do there, You luck through it or you don't. Yeah. So, I'm going to actually...
Life Reboot getting his ship.
I'm going to try and get a replacement on stream for Kumo right now, and we'll just bring in a different player. So, I think you said Demon Frog we can grab, so I'm just going to force Demon Frog on.
Yeah, Demon Frog's up and running. Looks pretty good. As Phoenix again in Ice Cave, Life Reboot running into those Lightning 2 Sahags, which is nasty. And I do want to acknowledge Cyrinus in the chat there, talking about the dot on the island being a Titan exit and the airship spot being an island. Comment down. Comment down.
He's not wrong. It's a possibility.
No, he's not.
No, he's not wrong. And I think that's great, but yes, not today, Santa. Let's not have that happen. Okay, so we're going to hot swap.
We got a Lich on screen. Harm 4s, Lit 2s, Lit 3s, Lich doing a little punch. Nothing really going on. Lit 3 comes out, Lit 2 comes out, 108 damage. Down goes Lich. Level 11 across the board here. Also, point of order note, that Nun in Shoom's party right now is also level 11 once they recruit somebody. So they will not start at a 0. They will start at level 11 if he picks one up now, that is.
Yeah, a bit of upside downside for that, because on the one hand, you get them to start at level 11. At the same time, all that experience you actually wanted, nowhere to be found. It's forced on that player when you're like, I had an empty slot, why couldn't I have something here? Yeah, no. Unfortunately. Okay, so we got Demon Frog stitched in now. They're going. They found Volcano. They're going to do their thing, and we are going to continue moving.
Still haven't come across the vendor item, I don't think. Still looking for that, as we saw Shoom finding Crescent Lake. Going to get an item here from the Sages. Should be good and useful, maybe.
Can confirm, at least from the trackers, they say we do not have the vendor yet. That doesn't mean we missed it, but we don't have it yet, that we know of. And we're going to see what the Sages have if we haven't seen that already. Does not look like it, so Shoom is first here. Shoom, of course, is a fantastic player. I might throw shade at him when I do comps with him once in a while because it's funny. But they are one of the best players in our community, so it is absolutely not a surprise to me that they're this far ahead.
Yeah. the fun thing about Proction Overworld too, you can never really tell who's in the lead. Like we can kind of guess that Shroom has the early lead right now based off of like, you know, how he's the only one doing this, but you will see that he's finding Volcano. Demon Frog's already in Volcano, so perhaps Demon Frog has already gone through Crescent because we had to grab him a little bit after the fact.
Starting to get stutter again from 3 players. I don't know. We're gonna have to see here. It's interesting to me, like just to speak on a technical level, that Shoom Bobby stream is crystal clear no matter what. Shoom is coming through like just fine.
Yep.
Oh my god, so funny. Anyway, so
Blaze on these zombie dragons.
Well, you know that's gonna stop you from wanting to grind them. That's for sure.
At least early on. I mean, they'll be fine if, you know, we end up having a black belt. We want to take this for levels, as, you know, Shoom's just going to take the death and... Oh, they have Rub, too. This is fantastic.
Well, they already got the key item out of there. I can't blame Shoom Bobby for doing that. That's perfect strategy right there. You got what you wanted, you can reset back, and you can explore a different section of the continent. Why not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Demon Frog going deeper into Volcano. Going to keep going and seeing what he sees. Question in chat, what was wrong with the fighter in the seed? Nothing yet. We haven't seen a fighter yet in a tavern to be recruitable. None of our runners took one. Fighter, for when we do find one, their bonus in Malice is they get plus 10 MDef, they get Woodset Evade, so we will be able to put a Woodset armor on them and give them pretty much full evasion if we so want, at the expense of no promotion spells. So anything in the first couple levels of Magic we won't get, which would be a bit of a bummer, because Life 2 is night learnable.
Now, as we saw, the toe for today this week is long. It's not a short. Oh, we've got the key at the random cardia. So, toe for today is short. Yeah. Which is not short. It's long. We had short toe for last week. It's long this week, which can prove to be kind of a pain in the butt. So we have a Mazamoon. We have the possibility of a decent fighter if we find them. I'm debating whether or not, with the party comps that we have so far, if I bother with the fighter, there's the waterfall. If we bother with the fighter, if we find them, because 6 of one, half a dozen of the other with long Topher, they can be useful, they can not. Depending upon, like, if they find a black belt, great. But I know you and Shoom in co-op like the double melee thief fighter, don't you?
We did. We did enjoy that. The black belts, when we could use them as well, depending on the flag sets, we do use. But we do like the double melee with the thief and the fighter. It does work for us. Tempered sword found by Demon Frog as well there in Volcano in one of those greed checks, so that's quite nice.
And this is the thing, like, Volcano's not incentivized. You're like, oh, I don't need to check chest in Volcano, but every once in a while when you do, it actually kind of pays out. So, that is something to think about. Waterfall with the Robert was the adamant, so we have to reset back at some point and go get Dwarf. We know Dwarf Cave is nearby, because I think that was the very first thing that Shoom Bobby found, but they also found Ordeals nearby. Gonna do that next, because it just makes sense. I'm sure we'll see the death reset that sends them back to the castle at some point for adamant, so...
All right, still checking Spike Tiles, looking for something better than those spooky zombie dragons. I mean, if we're going to take a black belt and we're going to take those zombie dragons, like, it would work, but we're going to have to be in, like, you know, the mid-20s to have it not be disgusting with that lead-out Blaze followed with Rub. Oh, that was a very kind Ordeals, by the way.
It was. He got through that in no time. It was pretty crazy. Life Reboot getting through their Marsh Cave, getting the item that was in there, which was... I'll refresh myself.
Crown,
which will lead to Crystal, which will lead to Herb, which will lead to Rod, that we've already followed that quest, although they don't know that yet. They'll eventually see that. And I did check around for everyone on stream. Life Reboot is our best magic source. I don't have music coming in from anyone else. So, stick with Life Reboot's music.
So, shout out to Ale Markin noticing that the fighter was recruitable in Crescent Lake. So, fighter is out there if our runners want one. So, Shoom is going to lean into that black belt without picking up a fighter, I think. So, let's see how this works out. Oh, no. Cremate mummies.
Well, that's that.
Oh, no. Yep.
Did he die or did he just reset?
He died. He kept the levels.
Okay, good. Wanted to make sure he didn't reset out of that. So yeah, no, like, if you found the black belt, I'm not saying I hate the black belt. I'm also of the opinion that, I mean, you already know you're going to be picking up the silver armor because our bonus for this game is the silver adept. Got to go buy the silver helm, the silver armor, and the silver shield and keep it on you. So you're going to find that if you find a ribbon and the silvers have some bonuses on them, then silver's perfectly fine for endgame. Like, maybe not the best for endgame, but perfectly fine. If I had that and the Mazza, I might not stress too much about checking too many other chests.
Yeah, and Shum getting the floater out of Canaria Lock, so will be our first runner in the air on Restream. Should he find that dock that we think is at the center bottom of the map?
Yep. What you called the little Lego piece, what I called the weird double India. He's sailing northwards. Looks like that's what he's thinking, and it is there. We read the map correctly. He just has to find a dock, which he did with that river system. There's the oasis in the process, which has nothing on it. Well, I mean, it has items, but it doesn't have the key item that I think we're still looking for.
Phoenix doing some volcano checks as well. They will most likely get that temper sword if they're checking boxes on this floor. So that'll be two of our runners with the temper sword. I don't think Shum has that Masa either, because that thief is still tossing out that lightning 2 helm. So he did not check those Topher chests in the beginning there. So might be fine, might be a bit of sad later.
2802 already in the air for Shum. Has that dwarf cave, turning in that dwarf cave. Getting the chime out of that opens up the bottom. So that's one more thing for them. Don't have the cube yet. No reason to go into Mirage just yet. But that is helpful to know where and how we're getting in there. And now they're floating off because they know that there's some other places they need to go. Reading the map really well, figuring out where they want to go. Gonna hit those couple of islands, I think, here off to the side, and does find Gaia, from the looks of it.
Yeah, we have the bottles, so we can get another turn in here. We are a Oxyel, cube, and loot away from what you would call go mode here for Shum, but there's quite a lot of game left here to go.
Gaia only selling houses, selling nothing else. Very helpful, thank you, game.
Hey, speaking of houses, the ferry going to give us some cheap real estate as well. We get the dud item. There are 2 duds in the pool as well, so it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get an item from the turn-ins that we do. So that was the first one, as we get a red mage recruitable here in Gaia, which means on-rack is housing our black belt.
That looks like the Titan Island there as the second one. The one below the long Gaia strip. From what I saw there was absolutely no way to land on that island. It is completely swamp and tree covered. So
that is pretty routine in these flags. That happens where we get the Titan and Sarda stuck back to back here that are locked into each other.
Got the tail from the Lufanes, which you don't mind seeing unless you're Shum, who's actually going for the black belt, so kind of a dud for them. Shum at this point is, as you said, looking for loot and cube and Oxyale so they can get their 4 orbs and get through Topher. Having to try and worry about Titan Cave and getting that ruby is going to be kind of a kick in the pants for them.
Now, let's see, was I right? Yep, there is the black belt in on-rack.
So rockin' Thief, black belt, and that was the ruby.
And look, hey.
Okay, so
on quote. There you go. That was an easy ruby. Don't got to worry about it. We know Titan is very, very early by Canaria.
Gonna go do the Astos closet check just to see what might be here and what might be worth grinding. Since they grabbed the black belt, they want to now grind that black belt and just get that out of the way.
Some money, some XP,
Earth's
fire. That is not what we're looking for. Yep, Earth, sorry.
And a Grey Worm.
Nope, not what we're looking for. So I know Phoenix is our only runner, I think, so far to get through Ice Cave, and they got the incentive ribbon that was there. I don't know if they checked any spike tiles.
Yeah, on the one hand, you're like, oh, incentive ribbon. On the other hand, they're like, oh, incentive ribbon. Like, it's nice to have, but it's not the progression they were looking for.
Shum waving at the Masa right there. We're gonna check the Toph locks at least. Okay, this is fine. What do we got here? Sphinxes, no thanks.
Nah, not good enough. I mean, good for early levels, not good for late like he's worried about. And he's already past the point where they matter.
Yep, and he gets a house out of that first lockbox. So he's gonna miss that Masa again. Bye. It's fine. We got a black belt. We don't need no Masas where we're going.
I get it. I get skipping it. I do get it. There's that Titan. Like
Item here as well in Titan Closet.
He doesn't care at all about about anything the black belt might have, or sorry, about any treasure for that black belt, because that black belt's a black belt. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Note that the black belt does have minus 10 hit percent, so that black belt's gonna have to be level 47 before I think it gets its 10th hit, so a little bit of a bummer to have to extra grind that guy up if we want to. But we do have fast very early on, so should be fine. We'll see.
This is that point where you're sitting there going, is the black belt going to be faster? We're going to have to find out, because freight train, freight train.
Yep.
So just looking for the loot at this point. And Sky is incentivized, so more than likely loot is there. I mean, it's the only thing that can be there at this point, I think.
We did not see Ordeals because Shroom wiped out of there. Yeah. Shroom did wipe out of Ordeals, so have not seen that item yet.
I mean,
could be. So
for him, if he's wiped out and he's not going back, he's probably hoping that it's in, because it's Vanilla Sky movie.
Yeah, he's going to go to Sky. Yeah.
He's hoping that loot is in Vanilla Sky. Yeah. Although we're going to find out from Demon Frog here shortly, hopefully.
Yep, we will see.
Ordeals is vanilla, so as long as Demon Frog doesn't have his stream stop part way, we are going to be able to see.
All right, Shroom doing some shopping here, picking up magic, picking up things. Invis Sword, I think, there for
Stick.
Demon Frog as well.
Stick. It was
okay, Stick.
Oh.
Okay, that's a bit of a bummer for Shroom, but he will.
And the eye.
I mean, by process of elimination. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Spooky.
So he missed out on a double thing, because now he's going to spend time checking for tiles. And he's going to spend time wondering where that loot is going to be. Now, it's not a huge check, but he's going to be checking every place that he hasn't checked already, looking for that. So that's a little extra time out of the way. This could be the price of, if he doesn't make it back over to Ordeals, which... Okay, never mind.
But take it back. He's fine. Yeah, this is a smart play. I like this. You don't want to go into Sky, even though there is an item there, without having the ability to mow it down with the black belt. So this does make sense. I do approve of this. I'm proud of him. Well done.
Yeah. Looks like he got off-tile mummies that he's going to kill, which have cremate. Which honestly, I don't mind him fighting the off-tile mummies, because he really does just want these mummies to die, or not mummies, his characters to die. He needs to get the black mages out of the way so he can start grinding his fighter. There they go. They're dead now. Excellent.
Yep. Alright, so let's see if this eye has anything at all. Cremate Mummy is going to do a number on Demon Frog here and help him out a little bit.
Yep, that was what I was saying. They're very good. Part of me worries that I would get an off-tile encounter with the thief or the fighter if the thief dies and I can't escape it. So he is healing. Nope, just for healing the fighter. He's moved the thief up front, thief to die. Gonna fight the eye now, but he's gonna start fighting it. And I mean, if the thief dies at some point, yay. If the thief gets some levels, well, it's not great, but okay.
Shroom, leaving Ordeals. Interesting.
Did he have exit?
Oh, I see what he's doing here. Okay, so he's going to try to use some tiles here to damage down? No, he's just going to go and do some stuff.
If he had exit, he might not have checked the tile. He might have just grabbed the chest and bailed.
He did see the eye. I saw it on his screen.
Good.
Yeah.
So who knows? That's a curious decision, honestly.
I think he's probably going to try to hope that Carrie can do some work for him here and take out a few party members, because that eye looked like it was missing punching the mages.
Well, you don't necessarily want to see the mummies come back in and kill all your party, because just in case they kill all your party. But yeah, it does look like he's curing just that black belt.
Yeah. Strategic move. Very interesting. We'll see how this pays off.
Well, and it's something that you're only going to see in Proc Gen. Because, in the vanilla map, sure, you've got the airship, you could fly between the two and do this. But it's so much more convenient this way because it's just right here on the Proc Gen map.
Mm-hmm.
I like the play. Actually bringing the mages back up a little, which is interesting.
You gotta trust him to get through carry. You can't just do this with the black belt that's level like 15. So I mean, well, maybe he does. Maybe.
Like we're getting the item from the sages. They are probably like 10 minutes or so behind, just because they had that long search for Provoca, which was there but not easy to find, which is unfortunate. But that is just how Proc Gen works.
Mm-hmm. All right, Carrie, doing an assistance, punching down the white mage. We're going to fast up the black belt that was doing 4 hits, 87 damage. Lightning 3, lightning 2, chip damage, destroys the thief, punch by the black belt. 8 hits for some damage.
It's 128.
7 hits,
oh, black belt
111.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Quad X not going to get us there.
And this is, unfortunately, the risk that was taken, which does make Demon Frog's play look a little better there.
A little bit, but he knows the eye is there, so he knows what he has to do and knows the way through ordeals. So there's at least that, but
This is true.
yeah, we're going to go back here. We're going to let the mummies do the job for it. That definitely feels bad. You never like wiping out of a dungeon, but if there is a dungeon you're going to wipe out of, there's worse ones than Volcano.
It's about a 4-minute time loss, which, I mean, let's discuss the scoring system just to make sure everyone knows. This is Fall League. We do a bucket system for our scoring, and how that means is that when the first person crosses the finish line, a timer starts. Anyone who finishes within 1 minute of them goes into the first place bucket with them and will get 10 points just like the first place person does. After that point, the timer stops, after the minute is up, and then we wait for the next person to cross the finish line, whoever that may be, whatever place they may be in the race. At that point, when they cross, they start bucket 2. Timer starts again, timer goes for 2 minutes. Anyone who gets in that 2-minute bucket will get 8 points, and so on and so forth. 4 minutes after that for 7 points, 8 minutes after that for 6 points, and so on. It's an interesting scoring system, but it does mean that if you lose 3 or 4 minutes, you suddenly feel pressure because that's the difference between first place and potentially 3rd or 4th place.
Yeah, it's a really unique scoring system. It works quite well in this format that we try to use it in. So it's a lot better than old like Mario Kart scored format, which could get very skewed very quickly, and some teams will feel pretty bad being out of it early. This keeps a lot of teams in it for the majority of the first 4 weeks, so this is fun.
We did do a Mario Kart style scoring for our first Fall League, and it worked okay. But I will agree that that's just fun. Gonna have to use that red mage to revive the black belt of all the characters that get taken out. But yeah, I will admit that the bucket system, which was devised by Shubavi, so good work on his part. It works much better for a situation like this. It adds intrigue, and you're voting, going, can they make it? Can they make it? Can they make it? It's really interesting.
Yeah. Demon Frog promoting. Shum trying to find an off encounter here to mow down the rest of his party, but we're tired of that. We're just gonna start punching.
I can't say I blame him.
Me neither. Okay, Black Belt's already doing lots of damage with that hurt all. Okay, so that's probably why he went and tried to do carry the way he did anyway. Black Belt bonus is hurt all, so that carry's kind of thick then. Yeah.
Very absorby, and at least from the map that we had and everything, I'm doing math on Twitch, I'm sorry, at least 700 health, I believe.
Yeah, I would say that feels right.
Yeah. We know that she was still at 300 more health than what was there, 301.
Yeah.
From what damage was dealt, so yeah. Say goodbye to that red mage. Say goodbye to that thief. Or, I guess, black mage. Say goodbye to the black mage.
Yeah. Thief is in slot 4. Not sure why he has him down there. Okay, let these, he wants to keep the thief up. Interesting.
For now, at least, probably. Maybe get a few extra levels. I don't know. I mean, there is the thought of, trying to make them a little more evasive for the end game.
Right.
Just so you can put them up front and let them take some hits, or quote-unquote hits that might miss, before we get into it. So... And Louis Reboot has also gotten through ordeals and found this eye. So they're going through, and I've heard their jingle over and over again. They're going for the grind. Looks like 21 across the board so far, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, looks right.
And unfortunately, it still only has 3 characters, so that none is also getting levels right now.
Yeah. The way these Temple of Fiends have been also, 21 I don't think is going to really cut it, but he does have some game left to do. He's got a couple dungeons that are pretty lucrative with Sky and Sea. You can take some trash mob fights as you're going to get your orbs lit. Like, this is fine.
Yeah, if I was, like, say I was in Go mode right now, having seen the last 2 games and watching this one as well, not having seen Topher yet, but still. If I was in Go mode and I was sitting there going, okay, I just need to go do the orb dungeons and then go to Topher, I would probably wait to do my orb dungeons until after I got into grind, maybe get my grind up to level 24, 26, and then go do the orb dungeons expecting to pick up a couple extra levels in there in the process, you know? I think it might be overly safe
smart play.
Yeah, it feels right.
Yeah, especially like it's a place like Sky where you can kind of go across that bridge of destiny and maybe find yourself a war mech and just get a whole bucket of XP in one shot. So it works out quite okay.
Yeah. Like fighter with Maza at level 26 or a black belt at level 38. Or I guess in this case, because we're trying to get them up to 47. Maybe a black belt at 44,
they're going to have to be
45.
higher,
Yeah. You're not going to stop at 42 with this black belt. You might stop at 44 before you go do dungeons, but...
Right. Yeah. 8 hits will be okay to get through the dungeons. 8 hits is not going to be what we want to go through the end game, though.
If you get a Tiamat or a Kraken like we've seen the last couple games, no.
Yeah,
and the Heartbreaker...
Not going to work.
No, the Heartbreaker is just because you got through the Gatekeeper, Kraken, or Tiamat doesn't mean you're going to get through Chaos. We saw more than a few people these last couple days get through the tough boss only to get stupidly wiped by Chaos afterwards. Not stupid by them, stupid by the game. Final Fantasy is unforgiving sometimes.
Sometimes. There's this thief refusing to go down for Shumbabi. It's just, keep slapping away 4 hits, 4 damage. Slap, slap.
Did they move them to a different slot?
Slot 2. I think he's trying to keep this thief up till the black belt gets to 8 hits. Because we're at 5 right now, so we got 6 hits. But this thief is just not going down.
I mean, what did I say about evasion?
Yeah.
Oh, if the thief goes down, though, then he can't run from man-cats or something that show up. So that might be strategic, too.
Yeah, also true. And the eye ran Rojo? Really? I didn't think the eye had a morale break that would let that happen.
Would do
Interesting.
That explains why. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The eye realized that they didn't have their vanilla script and got scared.
Oh no! Look at this thief. They're actually useful for once. I mean, not with the 4 hits, 4 damage, but still. Level 30. Yeah.
Life Reboot about to pick up their floater, so that will be very nice to see to get in the air as well.
We'll trust that they got the floater. Their game paused for a second, so it is what it is. At least now they are all resuming where they actually should be and not just like them stuttering and falling minutes behind. So that was the goal with doing the reset on their videos, so we're good now.
Demon Frog in real, quickly fashion there, also in Go mode and already going through their 3rd dungeon. They'll have Sea Shrine left to do while Shum's still getting this black belt up to speed. Very, very interesting. Going to be a tight race between these two. Well, Phoenix, no slouch either, coming up quick.
They are an orb up, and they got to skip TNT and Adamant just the way it worked out for them. So benefits. The Thief Fighter Black with that Maza that was early means that they don't have to worry about doing the grind here. However, they are high teens, which is just not good levels for this Topher that they're going to be going into. Can they do it?
Probably
sure.
not.
Will they do it? Probably not, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, you know what? We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Phoenix also has 2 orbs right now. They are, of course, the same ones that Demon Frog has done, the easy ones. However, they are also still missing Oxyale, Chime, and Loot from the looks of it, so we're going to have to wait and see how long it takes them to get those items. Those items weren't hard to get. You just needed to get the Ruby and, I think, a couple of other quick dungeons out of the way, and Ordeals, which has the eye that he might enjoy. But, gotta do it. That's probably a 3 or 4 minute chunk there to do.
Yeah. And Shum comfortable now with just letting these Medusas try to slap down the thief for them, and the thief's still just not behaving.
Well,
Doing its best impression of what it's supposed to do, I suppose.
evasion tank, yeah. And so this is going to waste a little time again. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He just gives up. He's like, no, we'll just... whatever.
Yeah.
What you needed was a
these
mummy or
Medusas
sorcerer
don't want
or
to do
something.
anything.
Yeah. Mummies or sorcerers would have been great, because that lightning 3 would have just nuked them. Maybe the Argoyles?
Maybe.
Maybe. They hit the black belt for 3 damage. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Black belt hit for 2 more. Thief missed 4 times. 5. 6. Oh, that was a hit.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right,
6
Tiamat for Demon Frog over here. Brax Tiamat. Down goes Tia. There we go.
Well done. Thief dead. We have a dead thief.
Yay.
And a black belt unable to run, because of course. Final Fantasy having its jollies once again. And gets away, finally.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Thief back up front. Oh, wait, that can still cause the eye to run.
It could, so we'll see if that does happen. 10,000 XP will finish this grind off very fast, though.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Level 36 already. At the point, though, where he's not getting a level every time, though, which just feels bad.
A little bit, but 10,000 XP is definitely nice. We're not going to find a better fight than this. Maybe the zombie dragons if they came in a pack of 2, but they're too spooky to rely on.
Phoenix will get their chime here from Waterfall, I believe, and that will help them out. 39 on that black belt. Demon Frog.
Demon Frog check level 8 magic there, so I'm thinking they're still looking for Temper.
I thought they had the Temper Sword.
They do, so I'm not sure why, but I mean, you can never really have enough of it, especially with this kind of a party.
But have you heard of more Temper?
May I interest you in a bit of more Temper?
That was the nice thing about Week 1 flags, was I always ended up with, like, 4 Temper Swords on my dudes, and I'm just like, well, I'm never going to worry about this again.
All weapons cast spells is fun.
It's a delight. Especially when they're all in the shops, and you're like, well, I never actually have to go searching. It's great. Level 44 for the black belt, still grinding. As we established that...
Hey, there's 10 hits.
That malice for their hits, though, he may just go to 50. I don't know whether or not he is going to, but he may just because it's so close at this point, and worry about the bosses. Can't say I blame that decision if that's what they do. I mean, I can't say I blame them for stopping at any point now if they have that. And they wanted 46, so.
Yep, that feels safe. I'm probably looking for an HP breakpoint, maybe like 900 HP or something. Especially if we're going to go run through Volcano here and just solo with the black belt because we don't want to bring up our party. Yeah, we're going to bring up our party. I take it back.
I mean, I'd solo it. I'd honestly, with a black belt at this level, I'd just go solo all 3 dungeons before bringing everyone back.
I'd be scared of walking through sky and ocean with just a black belt.
Nope.
But I mean, it's doable. It's doable.
I've done it.
But pack of lobsters would say otherwise.
Well, they have a lit 3 item. Pretty sure I saw that in their inventory.
True.
So, lit 2 or lit 3 on them. C isn't going to be that bad, and then Sky, I might just kill most of what I've come across. I don't know. So, but no, I've done it before and just used that as my final grind for the black belt. It's like, nope, this is it. This is what we're doing. And
Demon Frog looking for Onrak. Still hasn't found Onrak for Demon Frog here. It's on one of those islands, and they're looking for it. This is giving Shum precious seconds to catch back up here because that black belt's gonna be coming like an absolute freight train. These orbs are gonna melt real fast.
He has been searching for this for about 2 minutes now. Gonna check this tiny island here off to the side, and we get.
It was on one of these small islands by Gaia.
Has he found it? We'll find out. The game says yes, we have found the tiny island.
Okay, that's big for them.
Yep. This is good. This is what they need. This lets them get through and start to finalize everything.
The very rare save at the end of Shame because no overworld saving.
You want your health back. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. 100%. And second trip through Volcano, much more profitable for Shum as carry. I didn't even notice was there.
Yeah, no, I missed it completely. It just happened. So that's 3 orbs for Demon, 2 orbs for Shum. Phoenix is actually here to get his 3rd orb from water, presumably right behind Demon, even if Demon has frozen right inside the entrance.
Shum going to sea as well. Also should be. Oh, look, they're on the same encounter table, it looks like, for Phoenix and Demon Frog. We'll see if we see Phoenix in a battle with some lobsters next when their stream kicks back in.
Not quite a slideshow, not great. Life Reboot taking out Lich. We got to see that kill. 1,000 damage right there from that 22 Thief.
Nice.
It's an orb on the board for Life Reboot. That has to feel pretty good at this point. Finally making progress.
Yeah, they got some decent levels too. This game should start really opening up for them. It took them a while to get in the air, but now that they're there, I think they're pretty confident they can get things going.
And again, I do apologize.
Kershark's had slow.
I do apologize for the weird slideshows we're getting here sometimes for the players. I don't think that's necessarily on my end at this point because they are all flowing properly. It does feel like there's just stuttering going on between Twitch and Comcast and everything. So, yeah. And with Shum just cruising. Shum's not had a problem.
Shum just crushed.
Yeah, he's been smooth as butter in both like his gameplay and what's been going on here. So,
lobsters have cremate, so that's also really annoying.
I just want to point out that Phoenix's 2 empty characters that he didn't expect to know what to put on them are named Dude and Bruh. I love that. Thief, Sage, Dude, and Bruh, or Melee Sage, Dude, and Bruh. I love that. That's great.
Yep. All right. Dueling Krakens literally simultaneous. So we're going to invis, we're going to punch. Nice.
That should show you where everyone is at. And Shum is still an orb behind on Demon, but basically this is going to put him ahead of Phoenix at this point, especially since Phoenix still doesn't have that chime. So Freight Train is frozen. Kraken has fast. That's not going to be scary at this point. Kraken is dead. For Shum first to the Kraken fight.
I'll see you're fast, and I'll raise you 15 fists to your face.
Oh, you think you have tentacles, do you?
All right, Shum, a quick sky climb, and should be doing okay. We're gonna pick up some stuff. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're gonna top ourselves off. We got to get those silvers all put together. We got a gauntlet. Yeah, so we need a silver armor. I saw a gauntlet, shield, and helm in his inventory.
Now, this is something to point out, that it's taken him 30-ish seconds to go and buy this armor, assuming he knows where everything is, and if he doesn't, then that's even worse. No silver here, has to go continue onwards. Sometimes, and this is what we were hoping for, sometimes the bonus point isn't actually worth it. Because if it takes him a minute to do it, and he could have had first place with that minute, then he lost first place out of it, and the points that go with. So, it's the give and take of the balance that we did. We put these bonus points in here to give people extra challenges they could do, but if they want to skip it, that's the strategy of it, you know?
It's going to end up being here in this horrible, horrible armor shop in Provoca. The worst armor shop to walk through in the game. Demon Frog doing a little prep shopping too, buying some lock. No, silver Cheerio, but no silver armor. Is it here in Canaria? That'd be poetic. No. Interesting. Gaia must have our silver armor. Oh, at some point Phoenix has their chime. They are inside of Sky. Well, Mirage.
Okay, so that actually puts them on even footing with Shumbabi in all except for the fact that there's a black belt stalking up behind him. Is taking some fights, which I can't blame them for. They're now mid-20s, and you definitely want more than that. And
Oh,
vampires are a good fight, so.
These Temple of Fiends look much more calm. That was not much there on Tiamat or Kraken. Kraken looked like they had a lot of hits, but not much attack power.
Downside, if I can point out, the calmer they are, the
Ooh.
more likely that means chaos is going to be gross.
Our tracker, one of our two trackers, again, shout out to Ale and Budgemano doing the heavy lifting while we can just sit back, watch our runners and chat. Nuke and Crack on Kraken, and Nuke and Cure 4 on Chaos. Oh boy.
The Cure 4 Chaos. You gotta love it.
That favors the black belt, in my opinion. The fighter's going to do quite a bit of damage. So is this thief for Budgemano, or for Phoenix. But it's definitely going to be much easier for a black belt to kind of crush their way through that than it would be a fighter. So
but I will
we'll see how that plays out.
I will note, Demon knows this going in. He's taking some levels now. I think this is actually a perfunctory grind beforehand to finish off his levels, which good spot to do it. I know that the Trash Island, especially Fizzle Beef, loves the first floor or first main floor Topher grind. This big loop here that you just do, I guess it's technically third floor of Toph or second floor of Topher, however you want to call it. But he knows it going in. So if he's smart and he's got his tempers distributed, which I believe he has double black. So temper sword plus 2 blacks with temper. That could lead him to be able to just do 3, 4, 5 rounds of temper on the fighter. And at that point, you're to have a fighter that's doing just as much damage as a black belt would.
True. And our other tracker, Budgemano, again pointing out Katana found by Phoenix there in greater than less than room. Don't know if it rolled plus or minus. Doesn't really matter. Katana is going to hurt.
Katana does what Katana does.
Alright, Demon Frog already on Lich 2 floor. Vanilla? Okay, Vanilla Katana. That's fine.
That's perfectly acceptable. That is a very nice, delicious sword.
Classic gamer. Katana is a critical pickup. I appreciate the pun with our resident pun master, Phoenix, in the race tonight. Thank you for that, classic gamer. That warms my heart.
Yeah, like little gagging noises over puns, but...
Ooh, Nuke on Lich takes out one of the black mages. 1 HP left on the other one. We have no life either on this.
Party.
Yeah, so...
No. Uh-oh. Does go down. He can heal back up.
That 1 HP left on that black mage is... Oh boy, that's something.
Well, and this is a concern. Because you don't want to reset out now. At all. Just don't. You will be able to keep whatever levels
you keep these levels.
Yeah, you keep these levels, whatever you earn in the process. You will have to rebuy heal pots, though. That is one of those things that comes with the territory. So you got to remember to do that as well. A death can be actually quite costly in this flag set.
At least it's gracious enough to put us back to Canaria, which has heal pots today. So there is that going for our runners, but 1 hour, call it 10 seconds or so there. Here comes Shumbabi like a freight train running up on Demon Frog. We'll see how this works out for Demon Frog here. That was a spooky nuke there on Lich to kind of burn down some of that party and valuable resources, like you said, with the heal pots.
Well, and the concern here, of course, is the fact that without that black belt, or black mage, the math on doing a nasty chaos gets worse, and Pure 4 makes for a nasty chaos. So we're in a position right now where Shumbabi doesn't have to worry about that.
That is a monster slap on that or on the fighter too by Carry, but Quad X comes through. Okay,
that's why some of us swear by Quad X.
Wow. So 40. So we're gonna be at like 33 heal pots by the time we're done here with the party. Oh boy, that's rough.
2 more characters that or 2 more bosses that we know have nuke on them, no less.
Yep. All right, Shum doing the same thing, healing up a little bit. 1 floor away from the Lich floor as we run into those cremate lobsters, which are going to suck up some more resources. I am fearful for Demon Frog's heal pot situation.
Not liking where this is at. And unfortunately, there's nothing he can do about what the party he has. He'd have to go get a different party to recalibrate.
Yep, and with the only being able to replace nuns at taverns, his party is locked in.
His party is
Oh,
locked in. Crack too.
crack by something that took out the ninja. This is
Scary.
not good.
This is real scary here.
Yeah, and you see the difference in the black belt there. Shum did not even see the nuke. One punch, bye.
Up to Kraken, doing 484 damage. Fast comes out. Swirl comes out, though, takes the black mage down a lot. And gets stunned, so if they get hit, they're just getting obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Obliterated. It's like I called it.
Yikes.
And
Alright,
if he has himself
this... If he has the roost stick, I know Ale was talking about it in chat earlier. If he did one of those turn-ins, he can have the roost stick. He can maybe... Never mind.
Or...
Okay. Kraken says no. Demon, heal pots. Demon, heal pots.
This is gonna be sad.
Uh-oh.
Demon doesn't remember.
Uh-oh.
Demon remembers.
Sea trolls with crack. Okay. Good.
Demon got in. Demon decided, oh wait, how many heal pots do I have? And remembered. But that's 20, 30 seconds they lost there.
Yep. Alright, let's see. Shum on the same encounter table here, it looks like, running into that seafood party pack. Gonna pull themselves a Kraken after this other encounter. Looks like they got initiative, though. That's good. Alright, little heal, little party shifting, maybe. Now we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna ruse, we're gonna swing punch.
Fast.
Fast.
Immediately gets hit for almost all their health. Ouch.
Cool, but the black belt's still standing.
This
All right,
Kraken
can we do
ate their
payback?
ladies. Oh my god.
12 hits, 2,400 plus damage. The black belt says try better next time. Thank you.
Kraken was a glass cannon.
Yep. Wow. No absorb on that Kraken.
None.
That's wild.
Absolutely zero. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how much health they had. There was no way they were going to have 2,400, and they just died.
Yeah. All right. Preemptive heal pot and Viz 2. Another fast. Single punch. 7 hits, 1,100 damage. This Tiamat doesn't have much for us either. Lightning 3. That is much more fine than we saw the other day.
Yeah, that was unfasted, so should see all the damage now.
Yeah. Quad X.
It's Quad X. Okay.
Erase.
Well, yeah, that works.
Wonderful.
Moving on
Okay,
into
so
chaos.
here we go. So I need to see the difference here with the black belts. Like they're like the fighter is fine. It can do it with this temper, with this the temper that we have. We've seen these bosses are not the worst here. Kraken 2, Tiamat 2 are much kinder than they have been earlier in the week. But the black belt just is not giving these bosses a chance to do anything.
No, and that's the benefit of the black belts. You get them at the right time with the right tile, then you're fine.
All right, here we go. We got an Invis 2. We got a fast. Preemptive heal pots. Invis 2 comes out. Single stack of evasion on the party. Chaos leads with the nuclear. All right, 188 takes out the one mage at the bottom, though. So that's not ideal, but it's fine. We're going to cure 3. We're going to heal. Did we get the fast off is my question. 6 hits, 700. Doesn't look like
Doesn't
it.
look like
okay.
it, no.
This is okay.
Should have fast on the other black. Oh, there is another black mage. Never mind.
No, it's a white mage. So okay, we're gonna ruse and we're gonna heal. Okay.
Can life
Oh,
up.
life in battle
then,
shown off. Oh.
And then of course.
And then lit 2. Like not even like a nuke or a swirl, it's a lit 2. Laugh from chaos right there.
That happens. That's
again,
the risk of it. Yeah, really.
Oh,
just
8 hits,
that.
193. This is not much coming out here.
Chaos
As the
is
whole
playing
party
with
is
his
now
food.
paralyzed.
Chaos
oh my.
just playing with his food.
Yeah. 5 hits, 34 damage. This chaos is thick. Oh my. There's the cure 4. Okay. So what can we do here? More heals, more punch. That's all we can do. 7 hits, 427. That's better. But that cure 4 is going to really just not be great. And there's a nuke on the way too, as says Rojo in chat. He is not wrong.
Yeah, the nuke we knew about, we've only seen the nuclear. 560. That's a good amount of damage. Going to start make heal pod
A little
strats.
bit better.
Yeah. Slow 2 lands on the correct character.
Ooh, okay, that would have been real bad.
Yeah. Would have taken this
Keeping
down
the thief
to
up, heal pod strats. 7 hits, 705. Now we're getting somewhere. These crits are starting to come through. Another punch.
And that does it.
8 hits, 500 damage.
GG's.
Down goes Chaos. Get your GGs out in chat for Shoom Bobby. Finishing. Look at first place overall. First place on stream with an official racetime.gg time of 106.55. GG's Shoom.
And this Topher, as you can tell, not playing around. It's exactly what we were talking about with these flags. Like, we were worried about how bad this was going to be from what we saw for the last couple weeks or days. And it's proving exactly that point.
See if Shoom wants to jump in for an interview. I see him. I'm going to grab him. And we're joined in the booth by first place finisher on stream and first place overall tonight, Shoom Bobby. GG's, buddy.
GG's.
And you don't introduce me as your partner?
I've been saying it all night. I was just trying to, like, my partner in crime, my brother, my half a brain.
All right. Thank you. Good game to everyone on this one.
Yeah, this has been an interesting race so far. Demon Frog had a bit of a lead on you going into Temple of Fiends, but is running into heal pot / everything else problems here for this fighter comp. I know we've done some chats in our group chat, and I don't want to give away too many strats, but I want to know your thoughts on the fighter versus the black belt.
I prefer fighter, to be honest, but it also encourages the loot goblin, which is a real time sink. So I'm skeptical to take it right now, and especially given how nasty the scaling can be up to 200%. It's with Hurt All, it was kind of like a no-brainer to go to the black belt, I thought. I was prepared to actually just reset immediately if there was a thief in Canaria and just take thief black belt. Just because it was going to punch through the early game. But it was a little frustrating trying to get the solo grind going.
We did see that the parties that you're running into not behaving, trying to take down that thief. The thief was kept up for quite a while too. Was that by design, or was it just difficulty taking him out?
It was too hard to take it out. I think it had plus 25 agility on top of the 80 base. So
good,
on the plus side, so it wound up paying off dividends actually, because by getting up to the mid 30s, by the time I got to Topher, those seafood packs, I was ambushing them. They weren't able to move, so I guess I got just enough stats there.
Yeah, and those lobsters are pretty nasty with cremate as well. So they're quite a resource sink for heal pots for some of our party, our runners here tonight. So that was a GG's, man. Very well played. I know Proc Gen's right in your wheelhouse, and you really showed it off tonight.
Oh, I love it. It's so atypical, and I don't often get a chance to play it. Like if I want to play it, I have to play it for fun, and who plays games for fun anymore? So.
So we got Phoenix here on Tiamat 2 with 2 party members, the Red Wizard and the Ninja still up. We're going to do some Ice 3s and Swing Strats. Phoenix and the rest of our runners here tonight found the Masa for free, by the way, in Temple of Fiends in one of those first couple boxes that you shirked. So thoughts on that?
I walked into Toph and I thought to myself, it doesn't matter if I found a Masa here, because I know what my game plan is. But by the 5-minute mark, I knew where I was going. And so it was worth it to me to save the 30 seconds, because I don't know that Masa was going to... I can't conceptualize a single place in this entire run where that would have made a difference. Maybe carry on my first dive. But okay, I lost a minute and a half there.
Yeah, with the Hurt All and the black belt, I had forgotten that was on there, so I was curious why you took the dive like that, but it made all the sense in the world. With the Hurt All that black belt could have got through, and just carry one just was not the
Yeah, I was hoping with the fast that it was going to be enough fast and Hurt All, and I was trying to kill off the party because I saw the eye and I was debating if I should take the grind in that moment or come back to it, and I was like, you know what, I know where Volcano is, I can kill off the party, take out Carrie, and then come back.
Right.
Did not quite work out that way, but that was the plan.
So Demon Frog back in. Carry is just giving him the business, destroying one of the black mages as Phoenix is nuking, bruising, tempering, putting all their faith in this ninja. All right, we got tempers, we got ruses, cure 4, wonderful. Didn't notice if that was a pickup for the red wizard. Where was cure 4?
Well, while you're looking for that, I just want to point out the fact that Life Reboot did have a slow start.
I think it was 6.
They are catching up right now, which is very helpful. And like with how bad this Topher is, it's not necessarily like going to be that like big of an issue that they had such a slow start, because who knows how they do once they get through here.
Exactly. All right, Phoenix throwing some invises out, getting that ninja up to evasion cap. They did find the katana, which they are using in the greater than less than 10 hits, 348. This chaos was very thick as well. What was going through your mind, Shum, when you were punching 7 hits, 34 damage with the black belt?
So it's a little harrowing, right? Like, I don't want to have to wipe out there, but I'm thinking to myself, if I'm wiping out as the black belt, there's no way anyone else is getting through on this first go, so I'll just try again.
Right. See, you and I share a brain, man. I was thinking that's what you were thinking, but I wanted my vindication.
But once you're in, you gotta try and finish.
Yeah. At that point.
At solo, I would have just thrown the ruse stick on and hoped for the best, which might have actually worked there if I still dodged that nuke.
All right, Fade coming out for 200-ish damage somewhere in there. More Fade. Swing by the ninja. 3 hits, 500 damage, I think. Fade comes out, 212. Punch the white mage, it's fine. Swing by that Masa. 4 hits, 109. Red mage says, I can do stuff too. More Fade.
I'm helping.
Another...
He did help. Look.
Oh!
Wow.
And the red mage takes out Chaos.
Dude,
Get your GGs out in chat. Wonderful. That red mage, like I said earlier, with that plus 20 hit percent coming through in the end. GG's to Phoenix, finishing second on stream and second overall as well, with a race time.gg time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, 39 seconds. GG's to Phoenix. Said they have a mild emergency. Hopefully everything's okay. They had to duck out. They cannot do the interview. So Shum, you're stuck talking to us for a little bit till you gotta go to bed. But,
Challenge. Yeah, it is. It is not a mild emergency, but I definitely am way past my bedtime here. So
he sure is, folks.
Yeah. Just want to thank you guys for hosting and commentating and doing all the race crew stuff that you all do, and everybody for viewing. And GG to all my competitors. This was fun, and I still look forward to the upcoming weeks. This is probably my favorite tournament of the year outside of co-op.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like fake co-op because we get our group chat on. Everybody's working together. There's some zany flags. This is right along what I want to be doing in the beginning of my school year.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Thank you for the performance tonight. Well done, well played, and thank you for helping our team out. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Night.
All right, so Demon Frog back in here again, back on Lich. Life Reboot making their climb up Sky. Like you pointed out earlier, they've caught all the way back up, and this 3-man party, though, it's spooky.
Well, you gotta feel bad for Demon Frog. They were on track for maybe a 108, 109 finish with the
Oh, yeah.
rocking, and now they're on their second dive. They're at 115. They're seeing people start to finish ahead of them. Like in that moment when that happens, especially after a wipe at in the middle of the dungeon, the end dungeon, you start to get some nerves going.
Yeah, and apologies as well to Demon Frog. We kind of grabbed him to bring him in on stream tonight.
Yeah.
So he does not know he's being restreamed. We're not going to certainly message him in the race room. Sorry to Kumo, who had the technical difficulties. So we'll see who finishes first between Demon Frog and Life Reboot. Both of our runners are going to have a difficult time. Phoenix just edging it out with that ninja, able to get enough evasion and punch through. But the other two parties, I'm not sure how we're going to do here. 3-man and this fighter comp are just not behaving. We do have a war mech with Blizzard. That's fine.
I mean, you take it. It's there. Why not?
Yeah. This is free XP.
Yeah,
Maybe, allegedly.
Black Reboot's perspective, since it took a while to get going, I could absolutely see being like, yeah, no, you know what? I need this. I need this experience
Yeah.
points.
Yep, and it's going to go on the 2 correct party members, in my opinion. That white mage is going to be very valuable, along with the ninja. Not much damage coming through there, though. Ooh.
Unfortunately, even if the red mage was down, it was going on 3 party members, remember?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Nuclear now.
Red mage dies again.
Yep. 7 hits, 125.
They've got temper. They'll get it up.
They do.
Already doing better.
And Warmech missing the ninja as well. More tempers, more swing.
So unfortunately, Demon Frog is down to just his fighter once more, as we'll point out.
Yeah. And Kraken says no.
That Kraken
Jeez.
is brutal, and unfortunately, I don't know what Demon Frog does, because, as you said, he's locked into this party.
Yeah, this is kind of where he is. And the thing is, like, I'm not sure. I mean, levels make a difference. Levels trump all. I get that. I'm not sure how much of a difference it's gonna make though with this nuke lead out by Lich, followed by Carrie just obliterating whatever she wants to, followed by Kraken destroying everything he wants to. The fighter's just having a very difficult time.
I think it's one of those situations where you do this dive, this will be your 3rd dive. If this dive fails, then you have to recalibrate.
Yeah. Yeah, this is also like some of the benefit of the bin system here. Like you can kind of see people are finishing if they are and get an idea, okay, where do I stand right now? Am I within 2 minutes of that? Absolutely not. Okay, let's look to that next bin. Let's keep pressing along. Let's see how we can make this work.
But unfortunately, a Topher like this, you know is going to be at least 10 minutes to get through. That's a couple bins at least, and it just hurts every time it happens.
Yeah. Doing the correct thing, in my opinion, here, taking these fights, these gas dragons here, with Ice 3 being their weak point at level 3. We got Ice 3 for days. We can pick up some cheap XP here, and this will be helpful to get some survivability for these mages. I don't even hate the idea of warping out of here and saving with a house, or not saving, but upping my stats with a house again, and filling my magic charges. I don't hate that idea.
Yeah, no, if you have Warper Exit and it's not a spell swap, I mean, with house. But yeah, if you have Warper Exit, you just bounce out and you house, and I mean, you might not get the save there, but that's not what you're going for.
Mm-hmm. And Life Reboot, just steady Eddie right here, has their 4 orbs lit. Did they pick up a 4th party member? I think they did. And they're filling magic. They did. Okay.
Probably because they were in
yeah.
Here, so.
He grabbed a 2nd white mage, our tracker Ale says. Okay, nice.
Well, he doesn't know this, but we know this. That might come in very handy.
Yeah. He doesn't know it yet, but that was probably the right move. Yeah, and preemptively buying Cure 4, buying Life on the white mage. Like, this is a smart choice. We might see what a difference the white mage with being able to bring up party members that die here helps with. We didn't see much of that with Shroom because the Black Belt was nuking everything. But we'll see how much of a difference this makes.
We've secretly replaced their normal Kraken with new pain and violence. Let's see if they notice the
Yes.
difference.
Kraken does wake up every day and just choose violence, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. His 8 tentacles are dropping those Vulture's crystals in his mouth, and he's just like, I'm ready!
Yeah. Yep. And then you see Fast come out and, oh no, Joe.
Oh no, sir, please.
Yeah. Ale Market saying maybe having 3 life casters for Confused Kraken. Maybe. It worked for Tiamat on Sunday.
I don't know who to hit.
Yeah.
Well, and if he's melee happy, what you do is you just have each one of them casting life on the one that's dead and just keep waiting, you know?
Yep, I'm just hoping.
Oh.
Life Reboot into Temple Fiends through the loot plate, 21-35, making pretty good time considering that early game they had the frustration of trying to walk around there. They kind of were doing things like it could happen to anybody. You're doing things, you're seeing whatever,
Yeah.
but it's just the other way, which is a touch faster. That's nobody's fault.
Well, we've seen that in a lot of different ones. What was it? Fall League last year, where we had the Nova World, which was just all the rooms of the game aligned into a maze, and then it shuffled that overworld instead of being on a fixed way. And there was just a path where one way led you through the entire game and got you all the incentives, and the other way led you down at just like a complete dead end for like a half an hour. And half of our runners went down the dead end path, and that just kind of happens with shuffled stuff. In this particular proc gen, we just have the problem of some stuff is just going to be hidden, and you're just going to have to figure it out. Yeah. Unfortunate, but true.
I still hurt from that. My brain,
I know,
trying to prep for that week. I mean, the trackers we were using, I look like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, standing there by his match, smoking a cigarette with balls of yarn just attached to thumbtacks, trying to figure out where I'm going.
And every time I watch Pacific Rim, I still think it's Charlie.
He's typecast for me. That's what he looks like. That's who he is.
He is. He played Luigi, and I still heard Charlie. So,
yep.
Mario, do you know where these worlds go to? Just the world map from Super Mario World with yarn everywhere.
All right, Life Reboot through Kraken takes a bit of a hit there with the nuclear, but those 3 life casters definitely helping.
Yeah, they got to keep everyone up, and no. He's past Kraken, or not Kraken. He's through Lich. You said Kraken.
That's
excuse
important.
Me for a second. I was like, he's caught up. No, he's not caught up yet. Let's give it time. One Black Mage down to a swirl from Kraken. Getting a temper going. Getting another temper going. Quad X.
Turn order, please.
Not Quad X yet. Oh, Quad X. Hey, he made it through.
Nice.
Yay, with 3 characters.
There we go.
Woo!
GG's.
GG's.
Nice.
Let's see what we got
That's
next.
the first big hurdle right there. Kraken's been turning him away left and right. That's huge.
That was a huge, huge issue for him, and we should all be very happy for him that he got through that. Whatever else comes next, he got through it.
Yeah, putting the surviving Black Mage into slot 4 for some protection.
Thief up front.
We'll see if Tiamat obliges.
So I was going to say, Thief up front feeling now very cold and alone.
Yes.
Swings first.
All
1
right.
hit, 6 damage. Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Temper fast.
That's not going to get us there.
Thinking about the lock, cast lock, fight, and ice 3. No, lock 2. Okay. Yeah, we need that.
More lock.
Very, very evasive. Up to 6 hits already. Zap comes out, takes out the Thief. Not what we want to see, but we at least have damage going now. Stop.
It's okay.
Yep. Nuke. 169. Swing. 1,000 damage. Tiamat's down. 2 players up. Better position than we've been in before. Please make sure you move that temper sword.
Yep, and I don't think they have the ruse item. They do not.
They have an invis.
So
Did he move the temper? I didn't see it move.
I saw him go into their weapon
I saw him
menu,
go
so
in.
I think so.
Okay, we're gonna trust that he moved it. Does have an invis
Yeah, I
too.
think he did.
Gonna have to spend a little extra time. Don't want to spend the extra time here with a nuclear nuke chaos, although he doesn't know about the nuclear yet.
Yep.
We've secretly replaced their chaos with new pain and violence.
Life Reboot coming up quick here, already on Kraken 2 floor.
Mm-hmm.
So moving along.
As the Muppet said, moving right along. Deep cut reference for you guys out there. I'm sure you appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice.
So at a certain point, we may have to think about drink strats once the buffing is done. Because we know there's a nuclear and a nuke on here. We know, anyway. The second you see one of those two, you're going to want to start trying to heal. And unfortunately, the only way he can heal is drink strats. So.
Yep, and I do not think they moved that temper item because we just have lock coming out right
there's
here.
that
So
tier 4 that he has to be very sad about. Nope, temper didn't move. He went in and he forgot to move it. So I've been there.
yeah,
I
you moved the invis item and not the temper item.
Yeah.
It happens.
So nuclear comes out, kills the Black Mage, does a lot of damage to that fighter, did not want to see it. 10 hits for 113, not the damage we want. This is not looking good. 311 was that?
311, yep.
And unfortunately, he's not in a
damage
great
poison.
position
I
for a
don't think we
crit
saw
loop either.
No. I do like the idea of moving the knight back up here, though.
ouch.
Oh,
So
slow
that's
too.
half down to 5 hits.
All that lock paying off, though, as you can see.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's not 5 hits, 5 damage. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's burdened through his skills, which means we've got a nuclear and or a nuke coming, and he is not in a great position for that either. I think even a low roll nuclear is going to take him out at this point.
Yep.
And it did. That has got to be demoralizing right there.
Yeah, you just feel for Demon Frog here.
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a really great position. They were looking solid,
First in the
and
Topher
this
on
just
screen.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This
this
is-
just happens. Temple of
is-
Fiends.
it is what it is. The Temple of Fiends roulette, arm pulled down, and it did not pull in direction of Demon Frog, unfortunately.
Yep. Life reboot on Tiamat 2. We know Tiamat 2 had Zap. Okay,
Didn't
there it
land.
is.
Lucky.
Yep. Cheeky Brack.
Come on, Cheeky Breck.
Now we gonna wait. We gonna cure 3. Okay, stop comes out.
Hits 2 of the mages. May not matter.
It's fine. We got swing. 7 is 440. There we go.
I think Tia had somewhere in the ballpark of 1200, so they're about a third of the way through that
Yeah.
damage.
Yep.
700.
Okay, so
500,
there we go,
there
swinging.
Oh,
Nice.
ow. Oh, that's not good.
It's okay. One more turn. Should be all right.
If the Fade, the nuke can land with decent damage, or just the Fade.
Oh, Inferno.
White Mage carry.
Red Mage back up. We have Nuke?
Cure
No, we
forward.
did not buy Nuke.
At least up to full health. Okay, any second now, they've got to be dead. I would quad X right here, honestly.
Yeah. Go for it.
I think
Do
he
it.
did.
There.
I
Yep.
think he did.
Yep, they did.
Life comes up. Ice 2 takes him back down. Toy with the
Jeez.
food.
Quad
Quad
X
X
should
does
be
it.
okay. There
Does
it is.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, now we can get them up.
Here's the difference. Here's that Life 2 difference right here. That White Mage. I came from the school of White Mage bad, and I believe that
Not
for a lot of my FFR career. But these flags, they make them useful. They just do.
I think the red mage could still learn at least life, so like wouldn't be punished by it if you went triple red like we were talking at the start. But this is definitely the one time where you're sitting there going, man, double white kind of feels nice.
Yeah. It was Life 2 was level 2, so it was Red Mage and
Okay.
Red Wizard learnable. The biggest crutch right here for Demon Frog is that the promo lockout for the Knight.
Yeah.
Like that's a bummer. We
That's
would have
brutal.
Life 2 and we'd be done.
It's brutal.
All right, here we go. Chaos for Life reboot. We're gonna ruse, we're gonna fade, we're gonna temper.
I just want to point out, once we're done on stream with Life Reboot, since we pulled Demon in as a replacement, we're gonna pull them down at that point. We're gonna go back to like the splash screen, and we'll just talk with Life Reboot and they come in, or wrap up otherwise.
Yeah.
And we'll let Demon Frog finish this out on his own, because I feel a little bad right now.
Yeah, they didn't know they were gonna be in here.
Yeah.
This is not on them. They don't know they're on stream. This was a technical issue, and I hope that they'll accept our apologies because I'd feel pretty bad if this is what I was doing. So this is not our intent. We apologize. We're sorry.
Chaos casting out his chip magic, getting buffs out, getting ruses out. Thief should be good to start swinging, and they are. Fade comes out for 109. Red Mage takes a hit. Okay, whatever. It's Red Mage. 9 hits, 622. That's good with the Maza, I think is what he's swinging. So good damage
Yeah.
there already. Gonna cure 4. Gonna swing. Gonna temper. Keep the tempers rolling. 10 hits for 501 or 511. Cure 4 keeps the White Mage up. Red Mage up. White Mage on their knees. Gonna cure for them. May as well keep the body up to do as much damage or take as much damage as possible. Gonna invis. Gonna swing. Gonna temper some more. Sun Sword 4 hits 4 damage. Cure 4 comes out. Cure 4 comes out. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
You know it's there now.
10 hits for 815. Chaos was in the ballpark of what, like 2,500?
Yeah, that feels right.
So we're about fifth of the way. We're now 2/3 of the, or 2/5 of the way. And then we lost Life Reboot here on stream. I'm gonna double check and see what was going on with their stream. Hold on. It's entirely possible that it just cut early on our side because of he was like
because of the technical issues.
Technical issues. He was technically 2 minutes behind. I'm gonna try and I have to deal with the commercial first, and then I'm gonna try and see if we can double check that his swipe happened on screen. But we're gonna trust since he finished on stream on timer with a 1:30:30 that he finished and we got to see it there. Technical issues kind of kept us a little caught up here, and that happens sometimes. So
yeah, with Phoenix's time of 1:11 in the race time room, finishing on stream at like 1:13, with a 10-minute delay, that makes total sense with where Life Reboot would have finished. So GG's to them. Don't know if they want to pop in for an interview or not. They finished, like you said, 1 hour 30 minutes, good enough for 6th place overall. While we were sitting here chatting, Sir Linkalot finished in 3rd place with a time of 1:16:50. Then Goats Pirate in 4th place with a 1:18:15, and then Reckless Charlie coming in 5th place with a time of 1:25:32. So I believe, looking at this, Phoenix is alone in bin 2, and then we have Linkalot and Goats Pirate in bin 3, and then looks like Reckless Charlie's solo bin 4. I don't math on Twitch.
I'm checking right now. 10 hits for 815
125.32.
I'm just going to read off what happens here so we can confirm. I'm pretty sure he got, I think I saw the last hit, but I'm just double checking right now. 10 hits for over 1,000. You know, we're doing this officially. We want to make sure that everyone actually got their credit.
Yep. I'm going to grab them. They're in the broadcast waiting room, so I'm going to drag them in here.
And yeah, final hit for 961. We were 15 seconds from seeing the end. He finished. GG's for Life Reboot.
GG's as I grab you and bring you in here, Life Reboot. How you doing?
Hey, good evening. I'm doing well. How are you two?
Doing okay.
That was a terrible Topher, and you didn't see most of
it. Yeah. So, want to know your thoughts on party composition there. For the majority of the seed, you were running with 3 party members, and you picked up an extra mage there at the end. Was that always part of your plan, or were you just kind of debating on what to do with that 4th party member?
It was not part of my plan. I thought that the thief was just okay because of the no ribbon malice. So I was holding a spot for a fighter, and I must have missed like some pub somewhere where I could hire him because I never saw the option to do it. And then at the end, I was just like, fine. If I don't have a ribbon to protect him, I'll just get another life caster. Cure 4 in life, all I need.
Funny enough, I think that the fighter was in Crescent, I think our tracker Ale said. So honestly, the right decision, probably going back for that 2nd white mage, because those lives and Cure 4s really helped you out. It's been brutal for some of our runners here with fighter comps trying to punch through. These fiends are just not behaving, not cooperating at all.
I'm not surprised at all to hear that. In some practice seeds, in the async, in I guess the races we've already seen this week, I mean, it's common to hit Topher and just dive and dive and dive. So like I went into it tonight thinking I'm just gonna over prepare. I'm gonna 1-for-1 Topher, and I'm not gonna worry about where I place. It's like if it's a super tough Topher, maybe I'll place high, and if it's a middling Topher, I'll place middle, and that's fine with me.
Brutal flags are brutal. Did you do the silver set bonus?
I did.
Okay, excellent. I'm
wonderful.
scoring while we're talking, so I want to make sure we got that.
I know Phoenix had a emergency come up. I'm gonna take a peek in the. All right, I don't see anything in the race channel room. They're not gonna. I was wondering if they'd said something about it before they had to go and take care of what they take care of. Again, hopefully Phoenix things are okay. So Life Reboot, the early game right there. You did a lot of exploring. It kind of looked like it was the Ruby, I think our tracker Ale said, that kind of held you up a little bit from being able to get some, a little extra progression. What were your thoughts on that early game about the first half hour or so?
Yeah, I would say there were 2 periods of time in the map exploration that I got flustered. One was just an immediate early game. There's a lot going on that you're just like, am I going to reset out when I look in the pub and I see for hire? Am I going to find something else in a nearby town? and like I got stuck, like moving around. I think 2 or 3 places, just trying to find my way, like southeast or something, and like I that triggered my second period of confusion because I found Titan East during that early game, and then I completely forgot that I had already found it. So then late game, flying around the airship, I probably flew around 4 or 5 minutes trying to find something I'd already marked on my map, and I was just so irritated when I finally realized, no, I know where that is. I'm an idiot. So yeah, the Ruby really slowed me down because I knew it was my ticket to progression. I just could not find Titan's Drove.
Yeah.
Right next to Corneria, that's where it was.
Yeah, it was just a little bit south of Canaria. So it's very, you either saw that, a minute into the game or you missed it.
No, I marked it on the map and then
Mhm.
I just forgot it even happened because, like I was saying, my early game was frustrating enough that, even though I found it, I did not remember.
Mhm. I didn't even mean so just you. I think I realized what it sounded like there. I meant that the general area of where it was could have tripped up some runners. So
So, what happened with my stream? I hope that I didn't end it too early. I normally end it somewhere in the credits. I saw that it cut a little
No,
bit
no,
short of the chaos kill.
wasn't your fault, and that's what we were checking into. Due to some technical issues with another player's stream dragging everything behind, your stream was technically 2 minutes behind from where it was supposed to be in the game. So when you cut it at the right time, which was fine, it still cut off early for us, but we verified you on Twitch. You're fine.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're quite welcome.
So with that, moving on to week 3, Shoon Bobby, we didn't get a chance to ask this question, but I'm sure I'll talk to him on our group chat. Have you given any thoughts to the flags next week? Because I know I really haven't even taken a look at it.
I have not even, like, I don't even remember what week 3 is right now because I spent so much time practicing week 2. Proc-gen is one of my, uh, what do you call it, pain points. I'm
Mhm.
not very good at it, and I thought that, the recent practice has helped me step my game up somewhat. But no, week 3, I'm gonna have to look at the flags soon.
Yeah, I haven't even taken a peek at it. I'm not sure what it even is. So with that, I
Week
guess
3 flags?
Dogman. Yeah, week 3
Are we
flags. Yeah.
talking? Yeah, we want to know what they are. I believe week 3 flags are transmoog.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting. Transmoogle, for those that don't know, Transmooglifier is the new option that's been put into the randomizer this year that swaps the standard characters out for new characters with randomized stats and abilities. They follow a certain structure based on the character that's getting thrown in, but their stats can vary wildly and is going to create some very hectic things for the game. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a turn the game on its head kind of a flag, the same way that Proc-gen Overworld is.
Mhm.
I haven't even played all of the Transmooglifier new classes yet. I think I've played only like a third. There are so many new ones.
Want a shout out here to our tracker Ale, one of the 2 trackers tonight, him and Budgemano. Still keeping us honest and clean. Week 3 is Spellcrafter, Weapon Crafter, Armor Crafter. So that sounds fun. Transmoog is week 4.
Ah, okay. So we could still have a little bit of time to learn
Yeah.
Transmoog.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know anything about Transmoog. I don't think I played a single seed with it yet. So I guess with that, I guess we'll get around to final thoughts here. Life Reboot, since you're the only person with us, final thoughts on the seed, the tournament so far, Proc-gen Overworld as a whole. What are your thoughts?
Uh, despite despite the technical achievement of Proc-gen, and he's on our team, so I can poke a little fun at him. Sometimes I think about Tetron and Proc-gen Overworld as like the meme with Jurassic Park, and it's like you are so You were so uh, focused on whether or not you could. You didn't think about whether or not you should.
That is an
It is,
amazing way to put it.
it is really, really a game changer. I I do my best. I enjoy it to an extent, but when I when I choose how to play the game for fun, I never opt into Project Overworld. It's just
Mm,
not my thing. But I hope that everyone else is having fun with the tournament. I know that I am glad to be back in the game. I've been away for a little while. And, anyone that's watching that you like what you see, Final Fantasy Randomizer, the community is very welcoming. Anyone that likes the original vanilla game, check out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. All the links to the Discord will get you started and interested in all the options that are available in the randomizer.
awesome. Yeah, well said. Thank you very much for the race tonight and being on stream and doing what you did. I really appreciate it. And Darkmoon, my friend, my buddy, my co-com, any final thoughts here?
This was chaos, and it's kind of what I was fearful of, and I'm fearful for my race on Saturday because it's going to be more chaos. This is the way these flags have been playing, and so far, 3 for 3, we've seen some really wretched things happen on stream. So I'm expecting more of that in the future.
Agreed.
So, yep. But it's Fall League. Fall League's supposed to be like this. Fall League's supposed to be controlled chaos. We certainly have achieved that.
Yep. So with that, I guess we're going to head on out of here. Thank you to everybody that stuck around and hung out with us and chatted and watched. This has been Fall League Week 2, Race 3 of Final Fantasy Randomizer's Fall Tournament, a League from Outer Space. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And with that, we're going to say thank you again real quick to Ale and Budgemano for the tracking tonight. So GG's to our runners. And with that, we're going to get out of here. So ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.